Nontopa. My name is Gregfina Nkorishpa. Haven't you heard about Focal Online TV?
You say Focal Online TV?
Focal Online TV is located within a Tobo village community along the Japanese highway.
Tell me more about the platform.
This platform, called Focal Online TV Daily Edition of Inside the Print Media, does not encourage any form of dialogue between the viewers and the presenters.
Oh, you mean nobody calling there?
No, you can't call on a show. Let me talking out like when we're no calling there. So all you can do is you will listen to the news, and they can also encourage you to buy the newspaper to listen to the news in details.
But do you do viewer recognition at times?
Oh yes, we do viewer recognition. When you are watching, we notify you, and sometimes we even appreciate you on a show, telling you thank you for always following us. We also encourage you to share the live stream, because the more you share the live stream, we transform and we transition ourselves as a broadcast team as well.
Wow. So when can I better get this program you are talking about?
This program is aired every Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. to 10:45. The program runs for 45 minutes.
Wow.
And guess what?
Wow.
We bring you hot stories of our trending situation within our country, Liberia. Imagine hearing stories from Hot Pepper newspaper, from the Daily Observer newspaper, from Front Page Africa. Are you a lover of Front Page Africa?
Oh yes, I'm a lover of
Front Page Africa, and the Women Voices, and a lot more. Not forgetting international news, BBC,
Wow.
CNN, ABC News. We bring you headlines from those standpoints.
Wow, that is very, very, very amazing.
So we say, join us every day on the daily edition of Inside the Print Media at 10 a.m. with the headlines of top stories in our country and the world at large on Focal Online TV.
Okay, good morning, fellow Liberians. It's such a pleasure to be here to bring you the program Inside the Print Media on Focal Online TV. I'm so much excited to be here. For those of you who are watching this program, I want to say good morning to you, wherever. Today happens to be a very, very wet weather in Liberia. We have already transitioned into the rainy season. The issues about floods is very, very unbecoming. Lots of Liberians have been affected as the result of the flood disasters in our country. On June 11, the National Disaster Management reported that there would be a lot of flood disasters in the country. So they were actually urging Liberians to actually brace for the disasters ahead. And since that, there have been a lot of cases about floods in various communities. Like I reported a few days ago about flood in Johnson Bay, Topo Village, Battery Factory, and all the slum communities. These are communities that stand at the center stage to be mostly affected as a result of the flood situation. So it's actually good to be back here in studio. Our management is actually doing a very fantastic job to keep us moving. And you know the kind of progress our management is making behind the scene to ensure that we transition into a national commercial real estate stations, at which time we would definitely be very active in our activity. So you are also encouraged to do business with us. You are also encouraged to do business with us, and beginning from now up to when we transition into a full commercial real estate. So this is the program Inside the Print Media on Focal FM, Focal TV. And I'm very, very glad to be here this morning to bring to you the program Inside the Print Media. So like we have the full package of our news presentation. We have the full package of our news presentation this morning. We have the stories from about the full newspaper we normally read to you. And it's just amazing. So let's take a short break. When we come back, I begin filling you in with the headlines as well as the content from those newspapers. Okay, folks, welcome back. So let's go over to the Daily Observer newspaper. What does the Daily Observer newspaper, or what is the Daily Observer newspaper reporting? Police arrest 8 people in connection with Thursday incident in Wiala. Police arrest 8 people in connection with the Thursday incident in Wiala. Police in Magidi County has arrested several persons in connection with the yesterday arson and looting on the office of Salalai Rubber Corporations in Wiala. The news agency, quoting authorities of the Crime Services Division of the Liberia National Police, said about 8 persons, including 2 females, are part of the several people arrested so far after yesterday's incident on the vicinity of the Salalai Rubber Corporation. It can be recalled that on the 21st of June 2024, tappers of the Salalai Rubber Corporation filed with the management of the company's through their union leadership a 13-count call for better working conditions, including housing, medications, ambulance service, among others. However, in response to their grievances, the management of SRC considered 6 of the 13 counts, while the remaining were being handled through a pending collective bargaining agreement (CBA) that is expected to be negotiated between the Worker Union, the Ministry of Labor, and the General Agricultural and Allied Workers Union. However, following the type of 5 days go-slow action initiated decided to resume work Tuesday of this week, while a further discussion was ongoing with management and the union leadership to derive a decision to pay for the 5 days the TAPA lost as a result of their go-slow actions. In the face of it, management disagreed not to pay for the days lost for the month ending, and this angered the TAPA to go on the rampage, leading to a wanton destruction of the company's properties. Mary Webman, the first female head of the union leadership at Salala Rubber Corporation, expressed shock and dismay over the manner and form in which the TAPA overly reacted to the situation. Webman said the union leadership and the management were in a final negotiation on the payment for the 5 day lost, and the general manager rejected the idea to pay for it. She regretted the incident, called for an immediate and speedy investigations, and those who would be found culpable will face the full weight of the law. I will not condone the act of violence that would bring about the damaging of the company's property, she stated. The suspect includes Noah Gibson, 50, was arrested with 4 bags of rice from the company's warehouse. Joseph Tupa, 40, and Anthony Williams, 38. The 2 of the suspects, namely Joseph Tupa, Anthony Williams, who are all tappers from the ST1 of the companies, are seen on the factory actively engaged with the situation on early Thursday morning. One of the main ringleader of the Tapo who led the group to attack the company, a Nigerian national who on the day attempted stabbing the general manager of the Salala Rubber Corporation, Okoro, and the rest are on the run from the bait of the situations. The police support unit of the Liberia National Police has since been deployed in the area and are in hot pursuit of the remaining tappers that were involved in the incident at the office of Sala Rubber Corporation. The Wiala area is noted to be a violent prone area in recent history. In 3 years ago, April 1, 2021, when citizens in the area attacked and burned down public facilities, including the Bay Polo Magistrates Court and the police depot and other private homes. 8 persons are now being processed and expected to be forwarded to court for prosecution. With this being said, this is how we move over to another headlines on the Daily Observer newspaper. Health workers go slow action leads to infant death in Vonjeman. Health workers go slow action leads to infant death in Vonjeman. A tragic incident occurred in Sheriff Quarter, Vonjeman, Lofa County on June 25, 2024, where 1-year-old Sonin Trawale passed away after being denied medical treatment at the Talawean Hospital due to health workers go slow actions. Later, Sonan's father Ibrahim Talawale and his wife rushed their daughters to the hospital Tuesday evening, desperately seeking medical attention attention for what they believed was a high fever resulting in low blood. Upon arrival, they were met with partially closed doors and unresponsive skeletal staff as health workers continued their go-slow action, which began on Monday, June 25th, 2024, and lasted for 3 days. Despite efforts by her parents to seek medical assistance, including visits to the hospital and a local drugstore, they were unable to obtain the necessary medication immediately. Tragically, Sonny's health deteriorated rapidly and she passed away before receiving the required treatment before any help could come. The Oslo protest prompted by the appointment of Dr. Raphael Obinan Shambu as county health officer led to a lack of care for little Sonny, whose condition wasn't due to delays in receiving treatment. Health workers are resisting the appointment of Dr. Shamiva as CHO by Health Minister Dr. Louis Porto. A local journalist in Vondiman explained that the health workers' rejection of Dr. Shamiva's appointment is due to his alleged poor leadership at Cornwall Hospital, where he previously served as medical doctor and other health facilities in Lofa, where he had held key leadership positions. However, after being rejected at the hospital, Sonny's parents took her to a local drugstore where they faced another hurdle. The needed drugs were out of stock. The drugstore could not offer no immediate alternative, leaving to the family helpless as Sonny's condition worsened. With no other option, Krawali and his wife decided to make arrangements to take their daughter to Guinea for treatment the following morning. Unfortunately, the infant condition deteriorated overnight and she passed away before midnight. Several efforts to get the Telewian Hospital to speak on this matter have proved futile. The community response to the incident has been one of the sorrows, frustration with residents questioning the healthcare system ability to provide timely and effective care. The incident has stirred debate on the delicate balance between workers' rights and the provision of essential healthcare services. Following the replacement of Dr. Shamiva with Dr. Moses Wedegaard, the health worker returned to work, but the irreparable damage was already done. The loss of Sonny Tarawale has highlighted the broader challenges facing the healthcare system in Lofa and Liberia as a whole, prompting reflections on ensuring both workers' welfare and public health safety. So this is how we move over to the New Dawn newspaper. What is the New Dawn newspaper reporting? SIB Bank in deep trouble at CBL tightening screws. SIB Bank in trouble at CBL, that's the Central Bank of Liberia, tightening screws. The liquidity situation at the SIB Bank appears to be casting a dark shadow over financial institutions in the country and the economy as a whole if it is not handled with immediate care. Despite mounting pressure from the executive branch of government on the Central Bank of Liberia to save SIB Bank from bankruptcy, the bank finds itself in deeper trouble than it appears to the naked eye. SIB, whose name is Safari International Bank Liberia Limited, formerly GM Bank Liberia Limited, is currently on a banking life support program from the CBL known as the Emergency Liquidity Assistance to rescue it from declaring insolvency. SIB Bank is currently in an overdraft of 7.5 million besides several other liabilities. As of May 17, 2024, SIB had a total liability of 23,084,751 dollars, which includes the National Social Security and Welfare Corporation deposit of 8.4 million deposits and other customers, including the National Food Authority, and other liabilities amounting to 40,295,000. The amount represents the legacy loan advances, the deposits assumed by GM Bank and SIB from the defunct First International Bank under the purchase and assumption of agreement signed on June 1, 2016 and subsequently amended on June 6, 2026. Based on the purchase agreement, these loans and advances are considered to hold a higher prospect of recovery. However, despite the high expectation, the situation at SIB took a nosedive and reached its zenith in 2023, forcing the bank to write CBL on May 5, 2023, informing it of its challenging financial condition, which has affected its operation due to the liquidity issues. Sources told this paper that CBL's decision to enroll SIB in its life support program follows several interventions of the executive mansion's current regime after GM Bank Group head Dr. Pa Kwesi Dimon met with President Bouaka to help him secure his investment. Thus, the CBL Board of Governors authorized management to give liquidity support to 8 million to SIB on May 17, 2024, but with several conditions. Among the conditions, the SIB will not be able to give out new loans until the ELI is cleared. The 2 million of the funding be used to settle legacy ability, and the balance of 6 million be applied against the 7.5 million overdraft, leaving a balance of 1.5 billion in the overdraft. Other conditions listed are the SIB be given 6 months to bring in additional funding, and that it provide SIB SRD a weekly report that it conduct an audit of a legacy loan to obtain recoverability, and that all will lead to legacy loan recovery shall be made to the CBL. So with this being said, this is how we move over to another headlines on the New Dawn newspaper. U.S. support excites Bouaka. U.S. support excites Bouaka. President Joseph Bouaka has pledged to ensure that the use of the products of partnership between the U.S. and Liberia brings relief and satisfaction to all who have invested in it. President Joseph Bouaka is excited by the level of cooperation and support that Liberia has received from the United States government since its founding. My expectation from this relationship should be a period of honesty, respect, and transparency, equity, productive for all of us. President Bouaka said over the weekend, U.S. 24th Independence Day celebration. The celebration was held at the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Ministerial Complex in Odious Town. During the ceremony, President Bouaka reflected on the long-standing historical tie between the United States and the people of Liberia. We are following up closely on the United States while they are celebrating the 280th anniversary of independence. Liberia, in a few weeks, will also be celebrating its 176th anniversary of independence as well, said President Bouaka. This could be a time that the fruit of our partnership go to directly and positively impact the condition of our people and the image of our countries, President Bouaka continued. According to him, it is a hope, dream, and prayer for Liberia as a nation that has moved and forcefully sounded its determination to ensure that the two countries do not endure bitterness as usual. He pledged to lead by example and to ensure that the use of the products of partnership brings relief and satisfaction to all who have invested in it. He proclaimed that Liberians' arms are wide open to this new era of productive, usually beneficial relationship with the U.S. Liberia traditional ally. Speaking further, the charge d'affaires at the U.S. Embassy near Monrovia, Madam Catherine Rodriguez, said the country cherishes the enduring friendship and strategic partnership between the two countries. Today, we gather here to celebrate the founding of the United States 248 years ago with the signing of the Declaration of Independence on July 4, 1776, she said. The U.S. envoy detailed that the two countries have shared an extraordinary history that dates back to 1822 when the first African American settlers came to Liberia, paving the way for a new nation. July 4th is a time for the celebration with friends and family. We celebrate with fireworks, displays, and reflection of our historic founding, said Madam Rodriguez. But I think any national birthday is a good time to reflect on what it means to be a citizen of the country, she noted. According to Madam Rodriguez, America is an idea island, that it also is a melting pot of people from every country around the world. She indicated that the United States history with Liberia is indelibly linked, saying Liberia's deep culture and history tied with the U.S. like any other country. At the same time, the U.S. envoy said Liberia has just undergone a free and fair elections and a peaceful transfer of power, terming a testament to the country's commitment to democracy. She stalled the program organizer, the U.S. Marine, for presenting the colors, sponsors, and including embassy staff and U.S. citizens and government officials for grazing the occasions. With this being said, this is how we move over to the front page Africa newspaper. What does the front page Africa newspaper has for us today? Uh, Former President Weah slams Unity Party-led government for failing to live up to expectations. Former President Weah slammed Unity Party-led government for failing to live up to expectations. Former President George Weah has re-entered the political scene with pointed criticism of President Joseph Boakai, asserting that Boakai is not the change Liberians need in this new era. Weah remarked made during a telephone interview with Freedom FM indicate there's been new interest in shaping the country's political landscape following his defeat in the November 14 runoff elections to the 79-year-old Boakai. We are accused the Waka-led government of dishonesty, claiming that officials are not genuinely interested in positive change, but have returned to Liberia due to the lack of sources abroad. You wanted change, but Waka was not the change. Those who left the country and now claim to return to change are not sincere. They are here because their situations abroad are not prosperous, we are stated. Waka's administration appointment have included both diaspora Liberians and Unity Party members residing within the country. However, the slow pace of appointment for local partisans has caused frustration and anger within the party. Unity Party Chairman Ruto Tape has expressed particular frustration over, over the preferential appointment of diaspora Liberian, even calling for a protest to demand job from President Boakai. We claimed that Waka, despite having indicated he was up to the task, was elected as president. He accused Waka of neglecting his duty to serve the entire country, focusing instead on Unity Party members. Weah, who was elected in a landslide victory in 2017, becoming Liberia's second post-war president, emphasized that he worked with both ex-president Sirleaf and then Vice President Waka for the nation's unity. Unlike his successor, Weah said he sought Sirleaf advice to ensure that countries move in the right direction from the new to the old era. Weah criticized the Waka's administration failures to deliver on its 100 days deliverable. He remarked, Liberians need to sit down and watch. Waka is not going to do anything. In their 100 days, we are not going to see any results. I hope our people realize that we made a mistake moving from a new era to the old era. Despite the challenges during his tenure, which included the COVID-19 pandemic, we are claimed that his government worked tirelessly to restore and build the country's economy. Though he previously suggested he might not run in the 2029 presidential election, we are hinted at reconsidering it, calling upon by the Liberian people. I remain committed to the cause of the people. We will go to election and they need a leader. I will be the candidate we are affirmed. He also boasted that his administration handling the COVID-19 pandemic, stating that Liberia shone among great nations despite global challenges. We have criticized the current administration for allegedly harassing 10 officials, practice he claimed to have respected during his term. He noted the iron of Waka who served in the country that created the tenure position now violating the law to remove officials. The Boakai's administration has faced criticism for its attempt to remove Weah's era's officials from tenure position. Despite a Supreme Court ruling against stripping officials of their tenure position, President Boakai suspended several tenures of officials for alleged financial impropriety and administrative reasons, including all commissioner of the Liberian Telecommunication Authority and the chairperson of the Governance Commission. We are arguing it is time for Liberians to hear us. Boakai has issues, and the disrespect to citizens is wrong. Respect the rule, respect the law. We inherited 10 jobs and respected them. We are also accused President Bouakai of nepotism alleging he appointed several members of key positions while removing qualified Liberians. He said it is not business as usual, but it is more than business as usual. I did not employ any of my family or children. I was president of Liberia and not a family business. I was the president of Liberia, not a family business, we have said. CDC Militant Day event. We as Comic came during the Congress for Democratic Change Militant Day event team, transforming setback into comeback. The event featuring musical performances and sports activity claimed to honor loyal partisans and regain the confidence of the Liberian. Though absent, we are emphasized the importance of the organization and focus to maintain peace and stability. Acting Chairman Janga Cole criticized the new government incompetent, stating the government that has come to power has failed in 5 months. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Fanapi Kufa, also emphasized that the unity within the party, stating the strength of our party lies in our unity. Despite his absence, we are expressing his gratitude to partisans for their support, stating via phone, I wish I was there, but again, it is a blessing. One love to you. A 3-day event at the CDC National Headquarters in Town from June 28, 30 to 30, 2024, feature various activities including kickball, football, ludo, checker, chess, Scrabble, NAFO, horse course, and pack-up pin. With this being said, this is how we love to entertain the short break. When we come back, we conclude with the remaining news content of this package.
Hello dear, my name is K. Lyndon Togba. I'm in search of a platform where I can get credible information of our daily happenings in Liberia and the world at large.
Hello, Lyndon Togba. My name is Grefina Nkoreshpa. Haven't you heard about Focal Online TV?
You say Focal Online TV?
Focal Online TV is located within a Tobo village community along the Japanese highway.
Tell me more about the platform.
This platform, called Focal Online TV Daily Edition of Inside the Print Media, does not encourage any form of dialogue between the viewers and the presenters.
Oh, you mean nobody calling there?
No, you can't call on a show. Let me talking out like when we're no calling there. So all you can do is you will listen to the news, and they can also encourage you to buy the newspaper to listen to the news in details.
But do you do viewer recognition at times?
Oh yes, we do viewer recognition. When you are watching, we notify you, and sometimes we even appreciate you on a show, telling you thank you for always following us. We also encourage you to share the live stream, because the more you share the live stream, we transform and we transition ourselves as a broadcast team as well.
Wow. So when can I better get this program you are talking about?
This program is aired every Monday to Friday at 10 a.m. to 10:45. The program runs for 45 minutes.
Wow.
And guess what?
Wow.
We bring you hot stories of our trending situation within our country, Liberia. Imagine hearing stories from Hot Pepper newspaper, from the Daily Observer newspaper, from Front Page Africa. Are you a lover of Front Page Africa?
Oh yes, I'm a lover of
Front Page Africa, and the Women Voices, and a lot more. Not forgetting international news, BBC,
wow.
CNN, ABC News. We bring you headlines from those standpoints.
Wow, that is very, very, very amazing.
So we say, join us every day on the daily edition of Inside the Print Media at 10 a.m. with the headlines of top stories in our country and the world at large on Focal Online TV.
Welcome back, folks. It's good to be back here. Thank you again for joining us. Let's go over to the Front Page Africa newspaper. Salala Rubber Corporation shut down after violent protests leading to over 800 job losses. Salala Rubber Corporation shut down after violent protests leading to over 800 job losses. In a significant blow to the local economy, the management of the Salala Rubber Corporation has announced the immediate indefinite closure of its operation following a violent protest on the premises of the companies in Wheeler-Margilly County. The decision has resulted into the loss of 800 jobs, impacting numerous families and the community at large. On Thursday, June 27, scores of workers, predominantly tappers, of the Salala Rubber Corporation staged a violent protest over the reported failure of the management to mark down employees and contractors for 5 days. They were absent from work during a protest on the plantation. The 5 day loss was the outcome of an earlier protest stage over 13 counts for long-standing grievances over bad labor conditions, including poor housing, inadequate medical treatment, and unfair labor practices, among others. The enraged protesters ransacked the SRC administrative headquarters and set ablaze the administration building that houses the office of the company's general manager and other top administrative staff. The flame was, however, contained in the NASCOP office alone. Also, the protesters pelted stones on the window glasses and other buildings and looted bags of rice before moving on the senior management housing quarter and set the plantation manager Sangi Sangwad homes and Assam vehicles on fire, which were destroyed. The SRLC manager and other top administrative staff were trapped in their homes for a while before being whisked away by the company's security for fear of their lives. The worker last week arson attack and looting of the company's properties triggered the management to announce the immediate and indefinite closure of its operation. In the wake of the recent illegal and violent strike action carried out by the employees, in particular, on Thursday, June 27, 2024, which led to the malhandling of senior personnel and staff, especially general manager and one of the company's plantation superintendent, issuing of death threats as well as the wanton destruction of the company's property by burning of senior staff resident units, the plantation manager vehicles, smashing offices, setting fire to the offices and looting, etc. Management hereby informs that the operation of the company is closed with immediate effect until otherwise decided, the memo read. In the memo issued on June 29, 2024, the SRC management informed all employees that it will pay the appropriate end of service compensation to them by applicable law. Meanwhile, Mary P. Wayman, the head of the Salala Agricultural Union Workers Union of Liberia, has expressed shock at the violent outturns of the events. She disclosed that the union had been in a final negotiation with the management regarding the payment of the lost days when the situation escalated. Swell Head has condemned the violence and demanded a swift investigation, emphasizing that those responsible should face legal consequences. History of labor practice. Salana Rubber Corporation is Liberia's fourth largest rubber producing and processing company. It produces semi-processed rubber used in the manufacture of tire. The company was formed in July 2007 through the merger of standalone rubber processing factory, Wheeler, and standalone rubber plantation, formerly Cellular Rubber Corporation, with the help of a 10 million loan from the World Bank International Finance Corporation. The company's new owner, Belgian multinational, often expanded its operation. However, the company has been plagued by allegations of poor labor practices, land grabbing, forced evasion, pollution of water sources, sexual abuse, and the destruction of ancestral graves and scarce sites. What causes the latest protest? The deplorable condition of the estate housing unit on the Salala Rubber Corporation plantation was a key grievance that led to a recent protest by the plantation workers. The SRC management acknowledged the concerns and announced the formation of a committee to address the housing issue. During an investigation tour, a Front Page Africa reporter found that workers, particularly tappers, are living in huts with shattered windows, leaky roof, and broken walls and doors. These conditions expose them to the element increase the rates of burglaries and pest intrusion. Many tappers who prefer to remain anonymous highlighted the leaky roof as a major problem, particularly during the wet season, when water drafts into their home, worsening their already poor living condition. The workers emphasized that these conditions not only cause physical discomfort but also pose health risks due to the exposure to pests in unsanitary environments. Despite appreciating their employment, the workers expressed disappointment over the disparity between their hard work and the substandard living conditions they endure, feeling neglected and undervalued by a company that profits from their labor. With this being said, this is how we move over to the hot pepper newspaper. Government reviews arrival of Government reveals arrival of earth moving equipment. Government reveals arrival of earth moving equipment. The government of Liberia, through the Ministry of Information Cultural Affairs, has confirmed the arrival of some of the 285 pieces of earth moving equipment into the country. The Minister of Information Cultural Affairs and Tourism, Delimic Matipia, disclosed that the yellow machine has started to come into the country to undertake massive road construction, adding that the machines are meant to keep roads flyable. Speaking in Monrovia on Thursday, June 27, 2024, at Mika regular press briefing, Minister Pia said it is shameful for a country to exist for 177 years and still does not have good roads, while the surrounding countries that got their independence in the 60s have better roads. Mika had pointed out that based on such, the president of Liberia, Joseph Jomo Boakai, is asserting and doing everything humanly possible to defy those odds, noting the president is vehemently focused on connecting all counties capital before he leaves office. So President Boakai, is firmly committed to changing this history of our country, he stated. Though the information minister did not state the exact number of earth moving equipment that have arrived in the country, he has shown Liberians that the 285 yellow machines are expected. He explained that it would take a couple of weeks or months for all to be in the country because of the nature of the country's food, which, according to him, restrict to some extent the size of vessel that dock at the port. He further noted that the four of the country's largest counties will have the maintenance zones, namely Nimba, Lofa, Brembasels counties. According to him, the UP government is working on plans to transform the country through development that will attract investment and make it easier for farmers to commute their produce to Monrovia at any time. With this being said, this is how we move over to another news within the hot pepper newspaper. Government and ArcelorMittal collaborate for industrial harmony in Nima County. Government and ArcelorMittal collaborate for industrial harmony in Nima County. The government of Liberia, in collaboration with ArcelorMittal, says they are working to address and resolve community grievances that will ensure industrial harmony at the company's mining operations in Nima County. The initiative follows recent disruption at ArcelorMittal site due to protests by local residents, some of whom are in the mine-affected communities. At a meeting on Saturday in Monrovia, Internal Affairs Minister Francis Sarika Nimali announced that the government commitment to fostering a constructive relationship between ArcelorMittal and the local communities. To facilitate this, he said various committees have been established comprising of government representatives and civil society organizations. These committees, he noted, are tasked with addressing key issues raised by the residents, including employment opportunities, scholarship, water supply, healthcare services, waste disposal, and fuel. Minister Numali urged residents to engage constructively with ArcelorMittal to resolve their grievances and emphasize the importance of a mutually beneficial relationship. The minister highlighted that the government intervention aims to ensure that the company's operations do not negatively impact the local population and the community's benefits are maximized. In response, Andrew Taylor, ArcelorMittal chief Operational manager reassured both the residents and the government of the company's commitment to addressing their concerns. Taylor disclosed that ArcelorMittal is embarking on a significant second phase of investment worth 1.7 billion in addition to the 3 billion already invested in Liberia. He pledged the company's dedication to working collaboratively with the Nima County communities to foster sustainable development and industrial peace. Taylor commended the government, particularly Minister Numali, for their intervention efforts and praised the residents for agreeing to a peaceful resolution of the disputes. The recent protest has resulted in disruption, with blockades set up at the company's mine site, leading to a temporary halt in operation and evacuation of staff after the local residents removed bushmasters, otherwise known as country devil, of the mines. The government and ArcelorMittal joint collaboration is intended to promote industrial harmony and sustainable development in Nima County as a shared commitment to addressing community concerns and fostering a positive working relationship that benefits all stakeholders involved. The government said this initiative represents a worthy path towards ensuring that ArcelorMittal's operation contribute positively to the local community and community welfare, aligning with the broader goals of the Black House to achieve the national development through industrial growth. With this being said, this is how we climax on our news presentation for today. It has been a very wonderful presentation. Thanks to all of you for always following FOCA. We have actually been done with the issues about internet connectivity. However, we are still confronted with this situation, but we just have to keep our audience engaged as possible. And this is why we thought it wise to be here with you. But it was nice for your listening audience. And let's begin to acknowledge some of our people who have been following this conversation since we initiated. So we have so again. So I want to say thanks to all of you who have been following all of our news presentation for today. My name is K. Lyndon Chuba, and tomorrow I promise to be here to bring you more content relative to our country's Liberia. So this is how I choose to conclude on today's presentation of the program inside the print media. Bye bye for now.